Okay, so I have the battery back in the car, and it is lined up, ready to be bolted in. It's just sitting there now. I haven't done anything yet. I'm going to button this down tonight. I'll go ahead and get everything wired up, and I won't put the body panels back in until I test everything, make sure that the battery's going to work. But I won't be able to test it tonight because I'm going to put a new battery, a new 12-volt battery in here. This Panasonic's original to the car. It's, you know, it is many, many years old. It's amazing how long that battery lasted. So I'm gonna go to Sam's. They have a Duracell AMG battery there, and I think I'll get that put in it. You need to use an AMG battery. I think I'm saying that right. AMG. The gel type battery, because you don't want to use a liquid lead acid battery because you're inside the cabin of the vehicle. I don't know if I explained it earlier, but this wire just runs my trailer lights. Got a module there, just a kit that I ordered, and it's powered off of the battery. Alright, I'm going to get this buttoned down and wired up. Okay, went by this afternoon and picked up the new battery. It is a Duracell AGM Platinum. I picked it up from Sam's Club, and I went to a couple of different auto parts stores. I went to O'Reilly's. I couldn't match anything up there. They had a couple of AGM batteries. They were a little too big, and I went to AutoZone. Their Optima, they didn't have the one that that the folks are talking about online, that on Prius Chat, that a lot of people are using. So this was really my own choice to be able to fit, and I think it'll be fine. I'm going to have to adapt the vent tube here, and then I'll have to, this electrical connection here that plugs in, and then this sensor mounts to the battery somewhere. I'll find a place to mount it, but it's just a temperature sensor. So I'll do that. Some people just keep this plugged in and tie it off, and then don't even use the vent tube. So, you know, I wouldn't recommend that, especially on a normal lead cell battery, obviously. But these AGM batteries, you know, inherently by design, they're not leaking a lot of gas or generating a lot of gas, if any at all. But I will try to get that vent tube hooked up, and we'll see how this works. Okay, I got the battery installed. It was no problem. I was able to get that temperature sensor just kind of wedged under this bracket, so it's nice and tight against the battery. And I haven't done anything with the vent tube yet. I need to, so I'd advise you to get the correct battery that you can put hook the vent tube up on, but I'm not doing that right now. Okay, so the traction battery's in. We now should have 12-volt battery, and the car is not giving me normally I get kind of a bell ringing there. I do have doors open symbol, and my key is laying here. Let's see what happens. Check VCS system. Okay, I don't know if that's something that needs to be reset. Check hybrid system. Go to display here, outside temp. It's reading the battery at about half charged. The engine in the car is not started yet. Probably will here in a minute. This car hasn't ran again in now a couple of months, so the AC is on, so the engine should start here in a minute. I don't know if the car, it still may be holding the codes. I may have to reset, but it should, with having the battery disconnected, it should have reset the codes, I would think. So this may not be a good sign. I'm gonna put the car in drive and see if I can't get the engine to start. There's nothing in drive. Yeah, I don't think having the trunk open is doing anything. It'll stop the car from running, but shut the trunk. Alright, so the car is not on. Try it again. Okay. I have an app that'll reset the codes. Let me try to reset the codes and see what happens. Okay, folks, I'm an idiot. The reason the car didn't have any power is because I failed to put in the safety switch right here. So it will not run without the safety switch there. And then once I put that in, I started the car up. Let me close that trunk so we can get that warning off the dash. And let's see. Currently, I do not have any codes. Now, when I realized that I did not have that safety switch in, I went back there and put it in, and I started the car, and it came up, check hybrid system. It was flashing momentarily, and then it went away. So I don't know if that was, you know, the code should have cleared from the battery, or it could have been the old code from not having that safety switch in. So once it realized it was there, I guess it took a minute to reset itself, but currently that code is not there. Put the car in drive. That seems okay. I have the emergency brake on, so let's get that off. Everything kind of feels good. Put the emergency brake back on. Well, I'm going to let the car sit here and run for a few minutes. Probably going to pop the hood, make sure I don't have any debris or anything built up under there. It's been sitting on, got so many leaves on it. Yeah, I'll let it charge for a few minutes and at least let the engine get up to temp, and we'll see what happens. Well, I'm out taking it for a test spin. Look at this windshield. I have tools in my trunk rattling around, so I'll take it easy. I probably should have cleaned out the trunk before I took off. About 5 miles up the road here is a car wash, and I'm going to spray it down. Try to get all these leaves off and dirt. And then the car's charging the battery so far. And the car feels good. This car handles amazing to be as old as it is. 12, 13-year-old car. It's still very tight. The brakes feel good. There's a slight hesitation when it feels like the electric motor is not kicking in immediately, and that could be due to, I think we're running just on the engine right now because the battery's so low. So I've been a couple of miles now, and that battery is not come up yet, but it was really drained, so I'm going to leave it running while at the car wash and then keep driving it around until we see that battery start gaining a charge. That's a good sign. So the battery, as I'm pulling in the car wash, just started coming up some. All right. Now it's up a little more. Wow, that came up real fast. I hope that's not a false advertisement. We'll see on the drive home. Okay, windshield looks better. It started raining on me while I was washing the car. It's kind of weird. The battery is charged up. And let's see if this little hesitation goes away. I think I'll go back a different way. I think it's going to be okay. We'll see over the next few days if it's able to hold a charge. I think it will. The car runs fine. It handles well. That little hesitation's gone now that the battery is starting to charge up. So I hope this video helped you. And if anything else goes wrong with it, or I do any other repairs, I will certainly make some more videos. So until then, See you later.